The summer of 2020 has brought a surreal quality to Hatfield. Although we're now very short of rain, with many of our trees beginning to show distinct signs of stress, I can't remember a spring quite like it. It's as though our nature was mocking the travails of inadequate mankind. The virus has made us close the house and garden to the public, but luckily we've at least been able to share the park with our near neighbours at Hatfield. Otherwise, the place is rather eerily quiet, although it's very far from asleep. Thanks to our remarkable Hatfield team, we're keeping the show on the road so that we can welcome visitors back to the park and garden, we hope, in July, and to the house, sadly, not until next year. One of the things we have been able to do in an effort to share the house is to stream our 8:30 Sunday morning chapel service, which I'm glad to say is beginning to attract a modest following. To me, the biggest disappointment of the 2020 season is that we've had to cancel the physical chamber music festival. Luckily, although it's not surprising, Stuart Lewis and his board, Lucy Bending, and of course Guy Johnson and his fellow performers have risen magnificently to the occasion. The house won't lose its musical soul altogether this year, thanks to them, as we'll be able to listen online to hear performances from many of our old friends from festivals past. And we also hope that it'll be possible to offer a virtual performance this October, at the time our festival was due to take place. Thank you to all of you for your support in past years and for continuing to support us today. We at Hatfield all love the festival and will always be grateful to Guy for his skill and dedication in building it up to be the great institution that it has now become in our own Hatfield life. So do please tune in this year. Thank you for your past support. And above all, let's meet at Hatfield for more wonderful music in 2021.
We all look forward to that. Non sine solo iris, no rainbow without the sun. The great portrait of Elizabeth I that looks over us as we enjoy the music at Hatfield. So there might not be the sun of the architecture of Hatfield, but we do have the liquid architecture of music, and I look forward to us being back there soon, very, very much indeed. It's such a privilege to have that combination. But we have the marvellous musicians assembled by Guy Johnson, the begetter of this festival. Guy will be here shortly to have a word with you and to play Schumann. But it's just my pleasure to have been involved with this festival at all for such a long time, to introduce them and to remind you just how good they are. So Guy, at the end, we have Elena Urioste and Tom Poster, old friends of the festival. They're all wonderful musicians. Melvin Tan is playing Beethoven. Pavel Fischer will be here with his accordionist Jakub Ledinsky, and the Navarra Quartet too. And the Navarra Quartet start today for us with the sublime beauty and balm of Johann Sebastian Bach. It's the choral prelude, Liebst du Jesu, wir sind hier. Really hope of light in darkness. Music can certainly help.
Hello, I'm Melvin Tan, and I'm very happy to share with you my little video clip of the final movement of Beethoven's Opus 31 number 3 for the Hatfield House Music Festival. And may I also take this opportunity to wish everyone at the festival all the very best at this very, very difficult time. I chose this sonata, well, the final movement anyway, because for me, Beethoven here breaks all the rules. And we always associate Beethoven as this kind of solemn, heroic person. Well, he was, but in this movement, which you will hear, he's also at his most bravura, most brilliant, and a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, kind of mischievous quality about it, as to say, look, I can play this better than anybody. I've written this music that more difficult than anybody else can play. So here it is.
everybody. I'm Tom Poster.
I'm Elena Uriosti.
And we've put together this short performance for Hatfield House Chamber Music Festival. We're so sorry not to be at Hatfield House in person. I have so many amazingly happy memories of this festival, having been involved from the very first edition and watched Guy working absolute wonders, building it into the amazing festival it is today. So many memories and highlights of just so much chamber music with wonderful friends. It's an incredibly magical venue. One of the few festivals I wasn't involved with, and neither of us were there actually, was last year when there was a celebration of French music. So this is maybe our kind of belated contribution to that, in a wonderful piece which I'm pretty sure wasn't heard at last year's festival. And Elena will tell you about that.
So we will be performing for you Ravel's Sonate Posthume. It was a very early work of his, actually a student work, and it only saw the light of day one time before being tucked into a vault and not being rediscovered until after Ravel's death. Ravel was at the piano, actually performed this at the Paris Conservatoire with the violinist George Enescu. So I can only imagine it was an incredible first performance, and I'm very puzzled as to why it didn't explode right then and there. But nonetheless, it was hidden away, and it wasn't performed again until after he died. So we're delighted to play this for you, Ravel's Sonate Posthume.
Hello guys, we are Jakub and Pavel, and we would like to say we are very sorry that we can't be with you this year in Hatfield, but let's hope that this crazy time will soon pass and that we all will be able to see each other soon. In the meantime, here's an offering of something happy and optimistic.
My Bonnie flies over the ocean, my Bonnie flies over the sea, my Bonnie flies over the ocean.
And this is a piece which I wrote, and it's based on the music from Carpathia, Ukraine.
We've been asked to say a few words about our memories of our time playing at Hatfield House Festival. And thinking about this, I immediately was reminded of the time that Guy spoke of finding Hatfield House and his excitement to try and get a festival off the ground in such a stunning location. In true Guy style, with his wonderful vision, determination, and the help, of course, of Lord Salisbury and everyone involved in running the festival, Guy has built a festival which continues to go from strength to strength, which for both performer and audience brings so much joy, so many memorable experiences, in so many different venues offered across the house. We're very proud to have been part of the festival from the very beginning. And I'd love to just take this opportunity to thank Guy and you all as our audience for your support over the years. In these times of great uncertainty, the Quartet is so grateful to be offered the chance to play something for you. We've been apart now since March, and like so many musicians, feel a great sense of uncertainty about how the future is going to unfold. But taking on this online concert recording scenario has been a new challenge. But in the end, it has brought reward, simply the act of playing again. So finally, we as a quartet would like to send you our warmest wishes and hope dearly that this music lifts your spirits.
Hello, I'm Guy Johnston, and I have the privilege of being Artistic Director of the Hatfield House Chamber Music Festival. It's our 9th year, and we would never have imagined to be in this current situation. But we felt we really must do something on this launch day, festival launch. And so we are incredibly grateful to Hugh and Claire Richards and Harriet's Trust for sponsoring this film in order for us to be able to pay our musicians and support them during this time, and also to continue to engage with our audience. I'd also like to thank our Board of Trustees, our festival manager, our patrons, our audience, and all the musicians over the years for their support, and in particular the ones who have given offerings just now that you have heard. Thank you all for what you've done to put those recordings together. Thank you, Sean Rafferty, for joining us. It's always a joy to see you and to have had you at the festival from time to time. And of course, Lord and Lady Salisbury, without whom none of this would be happening. And I'm so grateful to you for supporting the vision right from the very beginning and for encouraging the growth of the festival over the years. We're longing to come back to Hatfield House, and we're very sorry that we can't be there today or in October, most unlikely. But we hope to arrange some sort of virtual festival and to share with our supporters in our audience, and hopefully a wider audience, because it will be online. We look forward to coming back as soon as possible. And lastly, I'd like to play a short movement of Schumann. It's from his Scenes from Childhood. Sorry. And it's the Träumerei, which is a dreaming movement. And it's such a beautiful melody, simple melody. I was keen to play it for you. So I hope you enjoy it. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. And we hope to see you very soon. Stay well.